But we've got more. Well, we're going to be looking at some more recruiting news, of course. And I know Sedarian Morgan is choosing between Alabama and Auburn. We hope it's Bama, which, let's be honest, we think it is.
I want everybody to understand this. Darian Morgan is kind of like a Ryan Williams saga right now. I look at what just happened with Owen Cabell and Brian Williams Jr. It just further helps me solidify my thoughts in the transition of the wide receiver position at the University of Alabama. The anatomical makeup, archetype of what Kalen DeBoer and Ryan Grubb want to have as far as the prototypical wide receiver under Coach DeMarcus Shepard. And big body receivers thrive in this system. Guys that can be very versatile in their skill sets as far as route running, stretching the field, dynamic one-on-one mismatches. You know, you're not going to get a full secondary of 6'3", 6'2" corners and safeties that can really be rangy defenders, right? And when you got guys that can go second and third level route concepts, like a 5'7" Waddle type, movement, it's scary to deal with. And so, and you take guys that can throw off platform, their release points are different, like Keelan Russell, and for the future, Jet Tamala right now committed to the Crimson Tide. Austin Mack and his development, never know what can happen in his opportunities. I think we're going to see glimpses of it this year, and it's going to be at such a high clip that it's going to be unrealistic to see how the rest of the future guys, Latier Brooks, Rico Scott, who I think is going to have another year to prove himself. Who else is on the roster? Derek Meadows. If we can get him to stick, man, adding more big bodies, seeing the development curve where the skill sets match, I can see a guy like him maybe transitioning out just because of how the room looks. But you mess around and get him to stick, you keep that ISO X receiver, that hybrid wide type receiver in the room. And then look at the tight end room, Max Sutter in this class. Adding him to Caleb Edwards and Marshall Pritchett and Jay Lindsey is on campus right now. It's a stacked roster when you talk about receiving assets and what's available for the quarterback room. So don't be surprised if we go and get a big name quarterback to commit in the 27 class. Like it wouldn't be crazy to see it happen. You look at all the options available at the University of Alabama and what's coming up, it's very attractive.
Oh, there's Booby Feaster. We got the intel from our friend Leanne that he's going to be making that commitment date on the 4th of July. That's before 247. Shout out to Leanne Herring at recruiting at the Voice of College Football, the Rebel Walk at Kentucky Wildcats Wire. Keeping us updated. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't think we got Bowie. I don't think we're going to get him. I think he enjoyed his visit and everything, but it was more so a value type thing with him. And I think he deserves an opportunity to be wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4 for sure. And I don't think that the opportunity is at Alabama with him and his skill set next season.
There we go. Well, we wish him a lot of luck if he doesn't go to Alabama.
Yeah, Darian Morgan, that's a big one, though. Definitely. A lot of people are wondering, though, like, is he going to go to Auburn where he's going to be immediately like a star, or is he going to go to Bama where, might have to wait a bit? Well, maybe not, but I'm hoping he goes to Alabama for sure. I mean, he would be a big-time get. But as Coach Johnny mentioned the other night, he kind of is more on Auburn country, part of the state. It's closer to Auburn, but I don't think necessarily that will matter all that much. It's going to be big. Definitely. Me and Jackson have talked about the possibility of having a watch party for that. I don't know if we are having a watch party for that, but it's a big commitment for sure.
Well, we could do that now that it's like at 1 p.m. Let me double check. Okay. No, that's 1 p.m. Eastern time. Don't let me get the times mixed up.
Yeah, it's 1 my time, noon your time.
I wish 247 would get that straightened out. Just say, 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Just put the ET on there. ET phone home,
There you go. I mean, that may seem easier. But yeah, that would be pretty easy. What about Deshaun Spencer? What do you think's going to happen with him, Coach?
I haven't been in contact with Spencer, but I know early in the process, I can't remember. Did he ever come for his official? I think he actually missed on his official to come to Bama. Um, I can't remember. That was either February or March when I was in contact with him. But that's a guy that might take it to early signing day too, man. We saw the reports on Tank Jones. I think he's going to take his commitment out to signing day. Uh, a lot of guys I feel like are going to really wait it out, man. It's a lot of changes and shifts happening with rosters. Guys want to know for sure before they commit. They don't want to be committed too early, and then a guy in front of them has a bad season, and they end up finding out he coming back. Like now, the plan has to change or adjust. I'm not really. It's. I think it's okay. I think it's okay to be that type of recruit when that's your priority. That's literally, if you're a day one talent, that should be active in a rotation at the next level, day one on campus. Look at your opportunities there. If you can find a scheme where that fits and you're able to impact, do it by all means. I see you got my youngin' Nick Abrams on the screen, man. It's an interesting process with Nick Abrams. I'm telling y'all, it's interesting. This you see this class defensively, especially in the linebacker room, is getting stacked. It's getting stacked. More guys leaning. If he commits to this linebacker class, it'll blow me away because one, he's a fit, but it'll be like an extra gem, like another 5-star talent that probably won't get the 5-star rating because of the max amount of slots. But you're talking about a 4-star that's going to be right there, and that like Duke Johnson situation with Duke Johnson, man, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I think Alabama is really stacking this class. Just the vibe around these recruits is different, man.
And as we've got in the chat, we're asking every one of you, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to see a Nick Abrams commitment watch party on July 16th, because regardless of where he commits to Oregon, Alabama, Georgia, or Michigan, we will be making sure that we will have a watch party reaction for his commitment if you guys want it. We will be making sure we're on the move for that.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Got that right. Man, it's going to be
crazy week, right? Crazy week is like, it's. I think it's been more crazy for me because I've literally been kind of like, hey guys, it's coming. Like it's, and if you follow me on Twitter, I like to get the fan base riled up because I don't think people understand the type of energy and effort that goes into, building these relationships and having these conversations and not mishandling their trust of these families, because in this day and age, man, you people, and I'm saying you people, you fans are cruel. You are different. For some reason, if a student athlete chooses to not play for your school after coming and saying that they had a good time at your facility, they're somehow chasing a bag all of a sudden. But they're going to get money at the University of Alabama too. So I don't care to appease the people that just be, hey, where this kid going? For what? So you can go and act like you know something? No. If you want to know, go ask them, follow them, talk to them, support them. Go and buy some of their merch. Go find out what they do on a daily. Go find out their story by following their content and actually supporting these kids. And that's what I do with a lot of the targets that come up on the radar with Alabama. And that's I'm glad that the Voice of College Football team, Alabama team, we're really taking a step out there this fall. So you guys are going to start really having more in-depth, hands-on interactive content, informative content to have here. And it's going to be real spicy. It's going to be real spicy because we're coming on the scene and we're a young, thriving group. Y'all see the channel growing weekly. I'm seeing the numbers. I'm seeing the live audience beginning to grow between both platforms. And as we continue to market this thing, we want to, solicit you all to continue to share the content. We know it's more of an informative basis here, but we get spicy too, don't we, guys? We get a little spicy. We get a little spicy. So continue to support, man. And yeah, man, Alabama football is really turning the page, and I think this is the year, man. This is the season. I think this is the time where Kalen DeBoer knows he has an opportunity. Courtney Morgan knows they have an opportunity, and this 26 class can really be the kickoff, kind of like the 09 signing class for Coach Saban.
Oh yeah. Man, that was awesome seeing the 09 class. Like I remember seeing DJ Fluker because I remember like watching highlights of him in June 2009 on my aunt's computer, and my uncle was like, DJ Fluker, he's a monster.
Yeah.
Like, it's like it was just funny. Like I won't forget like watching DJ Fluker highlights in his high school days. Like those were fun.
Just remember how long it took to upload highlights back then. Like,
Oh
I don't think people realize what it was like trying to follow recruiting back in those days. That's why now I appreciate the people that want to tell the real stories, man. Tell the good stuff, and no slight at the big names. You know, they're limited because of their reach and what they try to provide. But I would love to see those bigger names kind of support the guys at the lower levels, because there's some quality guys, especially in the state of Alabama. I'm really plugged in the state of Alabama now with high school recruiting. We're plugged in with a lot of your major programs where a lot of your big name in-state kids are actually playing at and getting recruited out of, whether it's to Alabama or out of state. And I got kids that I've been following from their 10th grade year. Now they're at Texas A&M, Ole Miss, Oregon, South Carolina, Auburn. Like, you think I'm going to stop interacting with these kids because they're not Bama players? No. These are young men that really are defying the odds. There are certain stories that should be told and that can inspire the next generation, instead of saying, because I wasn't starting on my varsity football team my sophomore year, I quit and I ended up on the streets. Nah, some of these kids didn't start sophomore or junior year, got an opportunity senior year, it blew up, and now they're at Oregon, now they're at Texas A&M. So it's all about just presenting the right message when you're covering the sport and covering the players and the personnel, whether it's debate, whatever. Do it in a sense of respect, and that's where I'm at with the industry, and I think that's what the Voice of College Football does across the board, and I'm glad to be a part of this.
We are glad to have you part of the Voice College Football, Coach. And as I said in the chat, as I put in, I asked, would you like to see a commitment watch party reaction for Nick Abrams on July 16th? We got a vote 1 for yes from Zachary Wilges. Let's go. There we go.
Oh, man, y'all, I can't believe who I'm seeing in the chat.
Oh, Jada.
Jay the GOAT, man. Let me tell you about Jay the GOAT. Can I act up for 20 seconds? 20 seconds, and then it's not going to be bad. All right, check this out. Jay the GOAT used to call into my show. And I remember, I forget which game it was, chat. I got AAA members in. I forget which game it was, but Jay the GOAT's temperature changed drastically during the season, and he earned the Fairweather Fan of the Year reward in like week 4 on the Coach Moon Network, and he disappeared. So I'm just glad to see you, Jay the GOAT. Everybody give it up for my fellow Jay the GOAT, man. He said, yeah, I know. You the one that disappeared. I ain't had nothing against you, bro. I just call it like I see it. Fairweather as they come. Fairweather Fan of the Year, my guy, Jay the GOAT.
Oh, man. I think Jay the GOAT's called it a couple times on the Alabama College show Thursday nights.
Hey, Jay the GOAT, he swear he Bama until we get some adversity. You can't talk all that, Jay the GOAT. I don't care where you go, what you're doing. You're fair weather to me until proven otherwise. You're not innocent until proven guilty. You're guilty. You've been caught red-handed. I'm glad to see you, though, man.
Oh, man.
It's all good fun, man. I like to pick at our fan base more than any others. You know, it's better to pick with your brothers and sisters than to go outside and get caught slipping and have somebody picking at you that don't care about you. So yeah.
But yeah, it's always fun hearing what the chat's got to say, for sure. It's always fun just keeping an eye on it. Sometimes it's kind of like, it's so funny where you cannot look at the chat.
Yeah, like if you do, you'll just start busting out laughing for like 5 minutes straight, and you just
I had to turn off my
the show goes off the rails.
Yeah.
For sure.